I don't know if you've noticed yet, but I personally find that any foreign YouTubers who vlog about visiting Vilnius head to Riga or Warsaw next. As I once heard a Vilnius tour guide say, they never just visit Lithuania. I think a lot of these foreigners end up taking coach buses across the Baltic capitals, either starting or ending their trip in Tallinn or Vilnius. Some of them also add Warsaw or Krakow to the list as well. Lux Express often comes up as one of the companies of choice. And since I was taking a trip with the bus company myself, I thought I would make a trip review video of the experience, so that future travelers have an idea of what to expect when using the company. And just so you know, this isn't a sponsored video. But if you're ready, let's get started. When it comes to booking tickets, I found the process to be incredibly easy. I just Googled Lux Express and clicked on the first search result, which is luxexpress.eu. Now, the page that first displays may not be a language that you understand. If that's the case, you'll need to look around to find the option to change languages. After selecting dates and cities, I selected the seats, and then I was ready to pay in less than 5 minutes. For me, booking just a few hours before departure time, a direct service from Vilnius to Tallinn costs 34 euros per person. It doesn't look like prices fluctuate like flights do, since I just searched for the same trip 2 months in advance and pricing was the same. It does appear, however, that pricing differs depending on which services you take and at what times of the day you depart. And it looks like there's only one service where you stay on the one bus the entire time to go from Vilnius to Tallinn, the overnight bus that leaves Vilnius at 10:30 at night. Anyways, getting to the actual trip, my wife and I arrived at the Vilnius bus station about an hour before departure time. If you're already familiar with the station, you don't really need to show up so early since there's nothing to do. If you do end up coming to the Vilnius bus station early though, I think one popular place for bus travelers to kill time is the McDonald's across the street. Here you can get a hot meal, free Wi-Fi, toilet facilities, and a somewhat comfortable place to sit. It's not open 24 hours though, so don't plan to be there in the middle of the night. I find that coach buses tend to show up either right at the departure time listed on your ticket, or just a few minutes before. But if the bus service is passing through Vilnius, then there's also a chance that it will arrive late, and you'll have to stand around in the cold, waiting for it. When you board the bus, you'll need to provide photo ID, and in most cases, you'll need to have the QR code of your ticket as well. This can be displayed to the driver using your phone, so there's no real need to print it out. Seating is assigned, so there shouldn't be any confusion about this, other than passengers not reading their tickets properly. Now, the Lux Express seats are the most interesting I've ever experienced. They really do provide an airline experience on board a bus, which is pretty cool. Each seat has a seatback entertainment system, and it's loaded with a wide selection of movies. Everything from the older classics to new releases. There are also TV shows, music, games, and news from the internet, which was working quite slowly for me when I tried it. Also, the games didn't seem to work for me the one time I tried. I thought the moving map feature was interesting, and it's just like something you would have on an aircraft, showing your route, where your bus is located, and the estimated time remaining. At the bottom of the screen there are 2 audio ports and a USB-A port. I think the 2 audio ports are there for 2 people to watch the same movie together. These aren't the 2-prong headphone jacks that you see on old airplanes. The USB-A port, I assume, is for charging devices, but it didn't really work for me, so I wouldn't depend on it. If you are hoping to charge your device, I would bring something to plug into the electrical outlet below the seat. There's one outlet for every 2 seats, so you'll need to share with your seatmate. And of course, if you plan on watching movies, then be sure to bring your own headphones. The seats are pretty comfortable and can recline a good amount. This should allow for a comfortable nap, but you'll have to deal with the bus movement and noise, which could make sleeping a challenge. For people with their own devices, there's free Wi-Fi as long as the bus has mobile service, which is most of the journey. There's also a self-service coffee machine, which people can access for the entire trip. And once that coffee has run through, there's a toilet on board for you to take care of business. The bus does move back and forth, depending on the road conditions and other cars, so plan your toilet time carefully. The journey itself can get long and boring if you aren't sleeping or aren't hooked on a good couple of movies. With us traveling in the wintertime, the road conditions made things a little slower both ways. We arrived in Tallinn about an hour late. On our way back to Vilnius, our bus was about 35 minutes late arriving in Riga. We could have missed our connecting bus, but our driver called ahead, and so the bus from Riga to Vilnius waited for about 8 of us connecting passengers. This is one important thing to know about traveling by coach bus, no matter the company. Everything depends on road conditions. My summertime bus trip to Riga arrived a few hours late both ways because of heavy traffic and road construction. Any sort of accident could really mess things up as well. And while flights are also affected by various factors, it seems like there's more possibility for things to go wrong on the road. But maybe that's just me. So I hope this gives you a good idea of what it's like to travel with Lux Express. If you're looking to be efficient with your time and perhaps save on one night of hotel expenses, then I guess taking the overnight bus between Vilnius and Tallinn is a good way to go. You might be feeling a little worn down by the time you get to your destination, of course, so be ready for that. Flying with Air Baltic will be more comfortable, but you'll also be paying 2, 3, or 4 times more for the luxury of getting to your destination in just 1 hour. I've seen Air Baltic flights from Vilnius to Riga for as little as 20 euros, but you'll definitely have to book far in advance to get prices this low. If you traveled with this bus company before and have any tips, please do leave them in the comments section for others to read. So that's it for another episode of Lithuania Explained. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.